Okay. What did you guys think about the expectations of this course, the 10X Detail online course, how to 10X your detailing business without losing your mind? Have you already lost your mind? I hope not. Okay. So we talked about a lot of things, how to, better your mindset, your processes, and your money. Okay. One of the things, how do you get more money? We already asked, is somebody going to knock on your door and hand it to you? It's just not going to happen. So, what matters the most? You see the title of this chapter. It's called Sales Matter Most, because how are you going to get money if you don't sell something? So, you need to sell your services, you need to sell you, because sales, that's what matters the most, okay? Sales, sales, sales. It is the number one habit and ritual that you are going to need to focus on. Besides yourself, your mindset, you need to work on sales, okay? You need to practice. Practice your selling technique. Know everything about your product. Know the benefits and solutions and all the things about your product. Why? Put yourself on the other side of the chair. Why would the customer want your product, your service? It's sales is a tricky profession, but I tell you, you learn sales, you'll never go without money. You'll always have as much money as you ever wanted. So it's important to hone your sales process, your technique, your presentation, handling objections. Okay, they said no, it's too expensive. Okay, bye. And one of the Grant Cardone books, it talks about the son asked the dad, "Daddy, did you make any money today?" "No, son, but I made some friends." Well, you know what? Friends are great, but friends don't pay the bills. You have to sell things, and that is exchanging services and products for money. That's why we're in business, right? We're capitalists, and we make money by exchanging services and products for money, and hopefully it turns into a profit, okay? So you need to learn how to handle objections. Oh, wow, that ceramic coating, $1,500, that's expensive. Yes, sir, it sure is. And you know what? I'm going to spend all day polishing on this car. It's going to look amazing. You are going to absolutely love this. And it looks like you spent a lot of money on this car, and it looks like you only buy the very best. I am the best. I put out the best product. You are going to love this. All right, now let's just sign here and we'll get started. So that's one way of many ways to overcome an objection, okay? You need to learn how to overcome objections and make it to the end. You know what the end is? The end is the close. It's not done until you've closed the sale, got the money, and agree on the services rendered, okay? There's a long, lengthy process of the sale, and you have to go through step 1 to step 8. If you don't go to step 8, then your child might be asking where dinner is, but you didn't make any money today, but you made some friends. You see the point here? So learn the 8 stages of a sale. Okay, what are those 8 stages of a sale? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Well, the 3 main ones, and then we'll go into the 8 steps. The 3 main stages are the pre-presentation, the presentation, and the close, okay? So the pre-presentation, selling them on taking the time to actually look. That's why you get people on the phone. Hey, can I interest you in coming to our meeting about a timeshare, okay? That's the pre-presentation. We're going to give you a donut. We're going to give you a free night at the Hilton if you come to our presentation. They know if they get you to the presentation that you'll probably buy something, okay? You're going to buy something, you're going to sign up for whatever they're selling, et cetera, et cetera. So the pre-presentation is, it could be something on your website, a discount code, refer a friend and get 10% off, or something. That's your pre-presentation. Then they get into the shop. You get them in the shop, and it's the presentation. Now it's time for you to shine. It's the who, what, why, how, and problem, and features and benefits. Hey, we're here to do this, this, and this. Check it out. Oh, I want to get my car detailed. Great. Well, we have this special. We do this. We do this. Check out this car. We just finished it. It looked terrible. Look at it now, et cetera, et cetera. And then it's if you were good enough with your presentation and they see you as a trustworthy person that could take their little baby and make it look all nice again, then they will trust you with the close, which is the third out of 3 stages of a sale, the close. They trust you and your product, but they trust it to the point where they know it's going to solve their problem. They have swirls and scratches. They have, dog hair, something. They know that they feel comfortable now that your services is going to solve their problem, okay? And they would rather their problem be solved than have the money in their pocket. Take the money. I don't want the dog hair anymore. It flies up when I drive down the street. Whatever. They don't. Now, if it's too expensive or perceived too expensive or not valuable enough for them, or they don't trust what you're saying, maybe your hat's on backwards. Maybe it's just, a cultural thing. They just don't feel comfortable. Then you didn't sell yourself well enough. You didn't polish your presentation. You didn't show value in your services. Maybe it's $1,000 and they said, "Oh, would you do it for $350?" and you said yes. Then the guy is like, "Well, man, if he's only going to do it for $350, maybe he's not going to do a very good a job," and they're not going to buy anyways. If you have somebody who has a $200,000 car and you say you're going to detail it for $100, he's probably not going to stick around. Now, if you say it's $800 and it's going to be boom, 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 and it's going to look amazing, oh, okay, now that's something I could buy. That's people with money buy things of high value and high dollar tickets. So, okay, moving forward. So the close, they trust that your product and service will solve their problem, and that exchange equates to a greater value than the amount of money than they that they want to keep. They would rather give you the money for the product and service, okay? So, okay, we're going to take a quick little break here, but okay, break time over. So I mentioned earlier the 8 steps. We just talked about the 3 stages. Now it's the 8 steps to a sale, okay? We're going to talk about the first stage. That was the pre-presentation steps, okay? The introduction. You want to be professional, pleasant, introduce yourself. Why are you qualified? Why are you qualified to do such a thing? And then you need to qualify them. Maybe they stepped in and they don't have any money. Maybe their car isn't worth $5. Maybe they're not even interested. So why would you take the time, energy? You could be doing other things. Why take the time to talk to those people about all of the things when they're not going to buy anyways? If somebody walks in and they need a service done and you qualify them, "Hey, Mr. Smith, great, we have exactly what you need. Are you ready today to put a deposit down and we can get you on the schedule?" "Oh, no, I'm just looking," and blah, blah, blah. And then if they move on, they weren't qualified. So stop talking to them. "Okay, great. Please come back when you're ready to rock and roll, because we got a busy shop here and we're booked out 3 weeks, okay? Don't let them waste your time, okay?" But let's say they are qualified. Boom. Yeah, let's do the deposit. Let's get you on the schedule. Now, I want to understand, Mr. Smith, what is the problem? Ask questions. Do they have a problem that your products and services can solve? Walk them outside. Show me the scratches. Show me the marring. Show me the pet hair. Show me what you have. You know what? This is perfect, okay? Now you can show them and tell them that, yes, you do have the service and the product that will solve their problem. Okay, now it goes into the presentation steps. Okay, that was the second stage. So you want to focus your attention on the products and services and the features. Okay, you're going to talk about paint correction and how you're going to take out the scratches and you're going to polish it to a beautiful shine, and you are going to put on ceramic coatings. The water's going to fly off. It's going to look amazing, okay? This is your presentation. This is your time to shine. This is where a good demonstration of something that, this is a car that was in here yesterday. We just finished it. They're just coming in here to pick it up. What do you think about this car? Wouldn't you like your car to look like this? And of course they would say yes, okay? So now they're aware of their problems. Maybe they didn't even see half the scratches on their car before. Wow, look at that one. I didn't even see that one. Oh, no problem. We can fix that. Don't worry about it. Boom, boom, boom. So now they're aware of that your product and service will solve their problems, okay? So now you have taken care of that trust and credibility, and they are aware of the problem and that your product will solve it. Now they really want it. They're like, okay, let's get this going. I have my credit card. I'm ready to put my stuff down. And once they want it, okay, which package is best for you? Now it's time for the close. That's the third stage. And the 8th step here, the close. Okay, they said they want it. Do we need to talk anymore? No. Maybe ask them a question. Which package? The $800 package, the $1,500 package, maybe you need to explain what all those things are first. That's going to be in your presentation step. The close is great, cash or check. When would you like, oh, you know what, scarcity. We're going to throw scarcity in there. It's not one of the 8. It's something that I throw in there. Oh, look, I only have tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You can even leave it here overnight. I can get you an Uber. I can even take you back to your home, whatever. Make the close. I need 50% deposit right now. Something. Just sign here. So the close is now he owns the product. Okay, maybe it's something you're selling them. It's a product. It's some spray wax. It's something. Now he knows this is going to solve his problem. This is it. Cash or check. Ring him up. Give him the receipt. Give him the product, and he's out the door. Okay, so and then he has the product, he owns the product, he uses the product, he loves the product, and he loves that you told him and took the time to tell him about all of the benefits and features of it. Okay, it is important, absolutely vital not to miss those 8 steps. The introduction, the qualifying, finding the problem, making sure that they want the problem to be solved. Maybe they have swirls and they could care less. I don't know why they're even there talking to you if they could care less. So they must want their problem to be solved, okay? Then you're going to present what you can do to solve the problem. Again, I'm backing up, okay? And then now that they're aware of the product that will solve their problem, they want the product. And now it's time for the close. They want to pick what solution you're offering, and it's time for them to pay for it, or at least put a deposit down. Okay, again, those are the 8 steps. Don't shortcut any of those 8 steps, okay? All right, please take a look at all 8 steps. Think about how it fits into your sales processes and interaction with your customers. Are you going through each one of these today? I bet you're not. And I bet you're losing sales because you're shortcutting. You're not asking them what they need. You're assuming they walked in the door and they know exactly what you know, and that they know everything about paint like you know. They probably don't. You have to educate them. You have to find, hey, did you know about this dent? Did you see that paint is missing from your bumper? I got a paint guy down the street. He can fix that. You know, be that go-to guy. Everybody has that guy. I have a guy that can do that. Be that guy. And people just love that, okay? Are you taking the time to qualify them? Are you talking to the right people? Do they trust you? Do they have the money to spend? Maybe they're just window shopping and wasting your time. That's why qualifying is so important, okay? Do they have a problem you can solve? Again, what if they don't have, any paint or clear coat on their hood? Hard to do some paint correction if they don't have any paint. So this is where the body shop comes in, and then you can take care of it afterwards. Okay? Do they see the solution to their problem as something that they really want? Are they convinced that your product solves their problem? Is it worth the time, money, and effort? Okay? If you didn't present it well enough, then they're not feeling it. You have to be on your A game and qualify the right people, do your presentation, and come in for the close. Again, none of this is rocket science. People love to buy, but they hate to be sold. Okay, have you ever heard of that saying? So don't be salesy. Just be like, dude, you got swirls. I can fix it. Okay, great. Let's do this. Just sign here. Okay. Make sure that they're willing to give up the money for the service. Make sure that they're happy with the end result. Walk them through the car afterwards. Remember how it looked before this? Look at it now. Find me a scratch. I'll give you $10 if you can find me a scratch. You know, we did above and beyond on your car to make it look beautiful. What do you think? And, then that's when you ask for a referral and a testimonial. And, again, people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. We went over a lot of things in this chapter. The 3 stages of a sale, why sales matters, the 8 steps to a sale, why it's important to qualify, and why it's important to get them to the end. And it's the end, the close. That's the part that's most important. That's when you bring the money home and Johnny doesn't go hungry. I keep going back to Johnny because that is an important story. Did you make any money? No, but I made some friends. They were really cool. They didn't want to buy anything, but I talked to them for like 3 hours, and we're going to go out and have, hamburger tomorrow. But I'm hungry. Well, I don't have any money, but, I made some friends. So, again, dumb story, I know. But the steps of a sale, don't skip the steps. Make sure you're doing all the steps. Read these steps right here, and we'll see you in the next chapter.